Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I look a little crazy right now and I've only done like half my makeup. I have most of my base products on and my eyebrows, and I'm really excited for today's video because I got the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette, and I'm sure you've all seen it by now and like the colors inside and stuff, but this is what it looks like. And of course it has the mirror, the brush, and it has like the felt material. I was really happy with the shipping. I ordered it on the Tuesday that it came out and I had it by Thursday, so good stuff. It is for $2 if you are planning on getting it, and if you don't have it yet, it's right now it's on the Anastasia website, and I'm just reading off my phone. On July 29th it'll be online at Ulta, and the 7th of next month, it'll be at Sephora, just online. I think the 17th of August, that's when it goes in stores. Sorry if I'm wrong, but that's just what I'm reading off of Trendmood. So yeah, I'm not gonna call this a review because a lot of people get mad if you call it a review and you don't use every single shade in the palette. So I'm just gonna be a first impression, I guess. People get mad easy. I think I'm gonna try using more of like the rosy tones along with maybe like this deep one over here. We'll see what happens. Oh, and before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up if you like the video. Alright, let's get started. I have seen a few reviews, and while most of them were good, I just saw Kylie, Kiki Chanel, like her channel. I just saw her review and she was saying how she didn't like the order of them. Some of the colors were a little crumbly. I don't mind the order and how the colors are set up because I think that kind of brings you more options on how to maybe pair up the shades. Like if you put a pink and a pink together, like yeah, you can do that, but like what about a pink and I don't know, some other color, you know? As far as the formula itself, I've only swatched a couple of the shades so far. I do like the concept and the colors, and I do think it's something different. Like to me, like I have so many other palettes and like this is unique to my collection, so let's just go ahead and get started. I'm gonna try using like a little mirror because every time I use a big one, I'm like this and then you can't see my face on the screen. I'm gonna start off with a fluffy brush, and it is like a shimmery, I don't know which one I want to go into first. So I'm going to start off with the shade Incense, and I'm just lightly going to go into my crease with that. I really need to pluck my eyebrows. I'm going to go in with the shade Base and highlight my brow bone right away. I usually do this last, but we're just going to pop it on. And do keep in mind that it's supposed to be 7 shimmers and 7 mattes, but some of the shades are not completely matte. Like the shade Base and Soul, I feel like are not completely matte, and the shade Love, it has like a sun finish, but it's not like matte. So next I'm gonna go in with the shade Love and try to pack that a little underneath the color we just did. Oh, and that one is really powdery. I try to like be super gentle with my brush, but it is really powdery. I'll try to show you guys. I have nothing against powdery eyeshadows. You see right there. Nothing against it, but maybe you don't like it, so keep that in mind. As long as the product works well, not a big deal to me. Anyway. A little bit like on the outer corner and then just below the crease. I do like this shade a lot. I don't have like any pinks in my collection really, so besides the Jaclyn Hill palette, but those are like all shimmers. And I feel like I say this every time I do my eyeshadow, but I'm not the best at doing eyeshadow, so just bear with me. Every time I tap with my brush, I can see the powder falling down, and there's like, it's kind of powdery. And I am going to try to bring it out a little bit more over here. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade, I think I'm going to take the shade Passion on a smaller brush and try to put that below the pink that we just put to make like a nice gradient. And they are really pigmented, so you really just need to like tap in your eye brush once, really, so. So far, I don't have any fallout underneath my eyes, by the way. And I'm just tapping the Passion shade because I feel like that's almost easier for me sometimes instead of like going in and blending because it can get muddy quick. So sometimes you're better off just tapping it in. They do blend really easily. I'm going to try to do more like a halo eye, so I'm going to try to pack on, I'm going to wipe my brush off a little bit, just a little bit of the shade Love into the inner corner a little bit. That shade Love is like way more powdery than the other shades that I've used. So they are pigmented though, but yeah, like look. Again, I don't mind that, but something to keep in mind, and don't be too rough with your eyeshadows. Then I'm going to take this shade Passion again, barely tapping into it. So then I'm just going to take my finger and I'm going to go in with the shade Rose Gold. And they are really creamy. And when I was watching Kiki Chanel's video and she said that they were crumbly, this is kind of what she meant. But I don't really mind that, really. A lot of the other shimmer eyeshadows that I have are like that, so. You do get some fallout with this shade. I'm just going to do it with my finger and then go in with the brush and blend it out. I'm taking a small brush and gonna keep applying that. So right in the center of the eyelid, I'm gonna take a lighter shade, maybe the shade Dreamer, and I'm gonna try to pop that in the middle. I'm gonna go back to my bigger brush and I wanna build up the shade Love over here a little bit more because I feel like it kind of got lost. I'm gonna highlight the inner corner with the shade Dreamer. The shimmer shades do have a little bit of fallout, so just keep that in mind. I always like doing my foundation first, so if you're like that, keep that in mind. For the bottom lash line, I'm going to start off with the shade Volatile. And I'm going to try to really smoke that out, so. Then a little bit more precisely, I'm going to take the shade Passion and try to put that like closer to my lashes. I'm not going to pick up any more product. I'm just using the brush that I use for the shade Love and just kind of blending out. I'm going to highlight my brow bone actually with my NARS Fourth de France because, I don't know, I feel like this one pops a little bit more than the shade in the palette. I am gonna go do my mascara. I'm not gonna do eyeliner. Just gonna do mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, so I did my mascara. And I just need to do blush because I already did my bronzer and highlight. And I'm wearing my highlight is the MAC Gold Show Gold. This one has like a peach kind of pink shift to it, like a golden pink. So, yep, and I am just gonna probably dip into this blush over here, try to mix it a little bit. And last but not least, we just have lips to do. Since I'm using the Anastasia palette, I thought I would just use Anastasia lipstick, because why not? I think I'm going to go in with, so let's just go with Strip. I'm really happy with how the look turned out, to be honest. Even though eyeshadow is not like my strong suit, but pretty happy with it. Should I add a gloss over it? I'm just gonna keep it matte because, yeah. Well, that is the final look. So I really wanted to do another look with the Norvina palette. This is the following day. The look that I'm going to do today might be a little bit more simple and not like using as many shades as yesterday, but I really wanted to use that one. So it's going to be more simple, but yeah, I already have most of my face done. And I guess let's just go ahead and get into it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go right into that first shade, and I'm gonna try using the little brush that came with the palette. I usually tend to like the shorter side. The fluffy side is okay, but I do like the shorter side one, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. And just gonna pack it all over the lid pretty much. No, I'm just trying to pat it in. And it's okay if the edges are a little messy at this point, because then I'm gonna go in and blend it out. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that to the other eye. And this is a really nice color, and I don't have anything like it in my collection, I don't think. So then I'm gonna grab a fluffy brush and pick up a little bit more and then just blend out the edges. And I'm not trying to go too far out with it, just like right in the crease. And if you feel like you need to pack a little bit more wherever you need to, go ahead and do that. Then I'm gonna grab a different brush, a little bit more fluffy, and I want to add a little bit of the shade Love right to the crease, I guess, and a little bit above where we just put the shade Soul. For the lower lash line, I think I'm going to go in with that same packing brush that came with the palette and just grab some of the shade Soul on the tip and run it across. I'm pretty much just going to do the same thing where I put that and then blend out with the shade Love. And I think I just want to keep this a matte look. Okay, so once you do that, grab a smaller brush. I'm going to use this one and grab a little bit of Love and then just smoke it out a little bit. I know I've said this before, but so far none of the shades have like a ton of kick up, just the shade Love for me. The other ones look okay, and I've dipped into quite a few of them at this point, but this is the only one that has like the most kick up. I think I brought up the purple one a little bit too high up, but that's okay. I'm just gonna let it be. I'm gonna highlight my brow one with the shade Dreamer. And I'm gonna try to kind of pack it on so it's like intense. And I'm gonna highlight my inner corner with my Cindy Luminizer that I used on my face as well. So Just gonna take my pinky. I really like it. I haven't used it in a while and I almost decluttered it, but I really like it. And I think it'll tie in the pink really nicely. I'm not sure if I want to add shimmer to the center of the lid. I think I'm just gonna grab my brush just one more time and pack on a little bit of the Soul shade again. Going back to my fluffy brush, grabbing the shade Love, and just blending that in a little bit more. It looks okay. I'm gonna put on mascara and my lip gloss, and I'll be right back. So I did this lip. This is the Anastasia lipstick in the shade Soft Pink. I had like a lip gloss before, but I wasn't feeling that, so this is the final look. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this look. I did like the shade Soul. It didn't have a lot of kickback. The only one that did was the shade Love, and I don't really mind that, honestly. I do like this palette, and I can see myself reaching for it for like the rest of summer and like during fall for some of the shades. But yeah, it's a nice palette. I like it. So final thoughts on the palette. I do like it. It is different for me. I know everyone has different things in their collection, but this is like a palette that is worth the money for me. The shade over here, Love, is I think more powdery than the rest of the shades because I even dipped into this one and that's not too bad. And the last shade over here, I also dipped into it and it's not like as powdery. It is a nice palette. I know there's some gold in there, which like everyone has a gold or like everyone has a brown like this. But the rest of the shades are really unique. Again, I'm not going to call this a review because people get mad if you don't use every single shade in the palette. But I do like it. They blend out really easily. I didn't notice any like patchiness or anything like that. So I definitely think it's worth the money. Thank you guys for watching. Give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye.